Hello and welcome back to Gunpla Rush. Today we're going to be reviewing something a bit different because it's not actually a Gunpla kit. It's actually going to be a stand for the Gunpla. But you could be seeing these things in your local hobby shop and thinking, well, is it worth it? Like, it's an odd looking stand, but it's cool looking. It looks promising, but should I pick this up? Like, should I buy this? Because it's not the cheapest stand. It's like a mid-tier price stand. They run about 15 bucks, 12 bucks, depending on where you pick them up at. But the cool thing is that it looks like it's a Gundam base. This is actually called the System Base 001, and basically they're just a white base that can be converted between a HG base and an MG base, and they look just like Gundam docks, or like the machines that you would put a Gundam on and store it away. And these things are absolutely friggin' perfect for Gundams that don't stand up well on their own, but would look cool like they are being docked. So that's definitely something that you should look into this for. But yeah, they have a lot of features. They come with a lot of stuff. You can actually click them together to attach multiple bases to each other, and you can actually see the difference between the size here that I'll pull up on what these guys look like between having it as an HG base and an MG base. They come with a lot of these little side rail type things that you can actually remove so that they can click together really smoothly, but this makes them ideal for fitting these particular things on any shelves, especially if you plan on storing your Gundams up in a high up area and you just definitely don't want them to fall down, because you can actually angle the Gundam on how it's standing with the little free stand that it has. So basically you can move them to a particular degree of angle so that, you know, they kind of lean back and then they won't fall off the shelf or even off the stand. And of course it's a full platform, so there's no way that's going to fall over unless someone intentionally knocks it over. But as we usually talk about the price, the quality, and how much time it takes to build most of these model kits, but this thing, again, it's only 15 bucks. The quality is pretty decent. It holds up and it won't fall over. Of course, it's not super pretty to start. It does look pretty cool as far as like the shape, but it's almost like a 3D print where you should paint it if you really want it to look cool. And then of course the time, I mean, bases only ever take for me like 10-15 minutes to build. I guess if you're really inexperienced and you're new to building bases, maybe like 45 minutes max, but I just really don't see this taking that long to build. Plus, I actually did all 6 of these bases and it took me about the time of like one regular model kit, because I made a bunch of these bases in one day just to kind of see how long it would take to build them and to see how much I could fit on a shelf. And of course they fit on the shelf pretty well. They look pretty good with all sizes of Gundam on them, so I definitely recommend you pick them up if you have the money for them. Let's say you have a Gundam collection and your shelves are just kind of littered with Gundams and you want to make them look neater. For the price of one of the more expensive Gundams, you could pick up an entire batch of these particular kind of system bases and organize your shelf really nicely for the cost of one not necessarily cheap Gundam, but not necessarily expensive Gundam either. So I think it's a really nice boon to have for a Gundam collector. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like so it can spread to more people, and of course subscribe to the channel because I have tons of Gunpla content that you can check out. Speaking of which, you can go right here to see a new video.